Hi, welcome. Thank you so much to my subscribers for making my channel such a positive place, and to my new subscribers, welcome. The views have been really going up now on my channel. I'm a bit surprised by that. So today I have a very exciting video for you. It's the almond-sized lather test. So what I'm going to be doing is, rather than talk about whether you can use, how much soap you can use, and how much soap do you actually need, let's put it to the test. Yesterday I reviewed the Gamechanger for the first time, the 0.84, and it's had a tremendous response. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using just 0.5 gram. So is it true that we need a whole almond sized? So by volume, this is 1.65 grams. So this is more than twice the amount that I would normally recommend for using Arko, because we used 0.8 of a gram yesterday, and we found out that we had in excess of our needs. So today I'm going to try 0.5 gram to see whether this myth of the almond size is real or not. Because I think I've never used an almond size. Like as soon as I started, shaving, I thought I'd just take what I need, and how much is enough. And usually I find 0.8 to 1 gram, or using my soap spoon, is more than enough for most good products. So let's put this to the test. 0.5 gram. Let me smear it in the bottom of the bowl, like I normally do, you know me. And let's really give this a shot to see whether we can really shave on even 0.5 gram. Now, it might not seem important for some, but for me, it's pretty significant. When you're running a restaurant, if you are using more than 3 times the cost of your food, you're going to go bankrupt. So rather than being, say, 1/3 of your cost, for what you're serving, if it becomes 90% of your cost, how can you make money? Or, let's say you buy a car and you pay, $30,000 for this new car, and the guy next to you, he only pays $10,000. You'd be pretty angry that you paid 3 times the price, or even double the price. That's not a very good thing. So with soaps and creams, even though sometimes they're inexpensive, why are you flushing 2/3 of the money or more down the toilet? So 1.65 grams for that almond versus 0.5 gram, which is less than 1/3. Let's see whether I can do a 3-pass shave with 0.5 gram. And I'm also going to tell you that I got a lovely email. I'm unpaid, and this is a 100% amateur channel, from Scott at Captain's Choice. He must have seen one of my videos, and he just reached out to me in a very brief and very polite email, and said, thank you for sharing an honest representation of our product, and for being honest. So he liked the video, and I like his products. I think the guy knows what he's doing, and it's clearly evident in the product. And probably, I shouldn't be biased, but I'm going to just say it outright. I think Venture is probably at the moment my favorite soap. So I like the scent, and I love the performance. So this is 0.5 gram of the Arko lather, and I'm just doing it up. So thank you, Scott, for reaching out to me. And I'll continue to use Captain's Choice and be honest about the products that I'm using. And if you haven't used Captain's Choice, I recommend it. Okay, so 0.5 gram now, and that already looks fantastic. So this is more than 3 times in terms of volume than what the almond is. The almond weighs, I got a very small almond, so I wanted to be very conservative. The almond itself weighs 1.25 grams, but the volume of the almond relative to soap is, like I said, 1.65. Look at that, 0.5 gram. which was my suspicion when you do a face lather that you're probably using close to half a gram. But because I'm doing an experiment today, I actually weighed everything, which you can see on the thumbnail. Let's do my usual test, the lather. See, sleek. Gamechanger, 0.84 blade gap, Astra blade, second use, 24 hours of growth. Wow. This is a lovely razor. Yeah, my impression of this razor hasn't changed. In fact, I think as I dial it in, I like that. I mean, you can literally feel the resistance of the hair as this glides through it. It's it has excellent sensitivity. And I'm approaching it with even more care than yesterday as I learned how to control it better. That's efficient. That's efficient. Wonderful. And like I said yesterday, if you wanted to, even with coarse stubble like mine, you can get away with doing a 2-pass shave with this, no problem. And like for really great results. And I had a really good comment by one of my subscribers who was discussing how with a very efficient razor, they can be deceptive because they're so efficient, but little blade feel like relative to its efficiency. And this is one of them. Like the Parker razor that I reviewed, a lot of blade feel and unnecessary. It's unnecessary, and you just this is just beautiful. You get the efficiency without having blade chatter or anything. It's just such a pleasure. And one of the things that Scott from Captain's Choice mentioned is the similarity in our shared values, American and Australian shared values, namely liberty, were his words. And that's so true. Americans have traditional American values that are just phenomenal, and something very much admired by many Australians, especially with our tradition of the Anzacs. If you're a foreigner and you don't know about Anzac history, it's a very important part of our culture here in Australia. I mean, those boys paid the ultimate price, and they're heroes. I like this razor. Now today in Sydney, it's a beautiful day. The rain, if you've been watching the news and the floods, the rain has stopped for today, so there's a reprieve. And last night we were watching the news, and today we were watching the news, and the SES have been in Australia, have been doing a tremendous job. Tremendous. A lot of rescues. Half a gram, folks. Look at this. I mean, this is excessive, half a gram. Weighed. I think I'm going to do it like a 0.3 grams. So yeah, like a boat was overturned on the Colo River, and the family and their children, as well as the SES, were in the drink, and they had to be rescued again. So luckily for the boys, everybody got rescued, and nobody has lost their lives so far, despite really powerful floods. So your prayers are being very much appreciated. Beautiful. So I think the almond size the almond-sized amount has been well and truly put to rest with Arko. You don't need that much lather. And it's all about that slickness and that cushion. You can go over the skin multiple times and pick up just every bit of hair with that slickness. Yeah, it's important also to support local producers and local products. You know. Just being careful of the mold. really starting to learn the nuances of that 0.8 blade gap. Beautiful. Let's check how much soap we have left. So 1/2 gram, 3 passes, and an extraordinary amount of soap left, and still more in the brush. So I reckon probably even 1/2 gram is too much. Let's get some witch hazel and tea tree. Clean up a little bit more of that sideburn. Make it nice and sharp. Beautiful. Bit of hyaluronic. So we can put down that myth that you need an almond size amount of soap, which is 1.65 grams for Arko. You know, you need less than 1/3 of that. You know, don't buy your property for 3.5 million when you can buy it for less than 1. You know, when I see guys dipping their brush and loading up, you know, truckloads of soap and then just flushing it down the toilet, I mean, it's not sustainable. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for your pocket, and you're degrading the product. So we want that product to be as fresh as possible. And today I've got a beautiful shave, dialed in this 0.84 razor, which has been terrific for me, and I'm enjoying it very much. Anyway, thank you for watching.